אתה פותח?
כן, היי אסי.
אוקיי.
We're ready? Okay. Hi אסי, מה נשמע?
שלום אייל.
Shalom, welcome. Welcome to our center. It's great to have you here. After, you've been away for a week or so, you've been abroad, and I'm very happy that you came back. I wanted to say a few words today for us to discuss today about Rosh Hashana, that's coming very soon, the Jewish New Year, which is a very meaningful day, in the Jewish calendar and the world calendar, And I realized that not many people are aware of the fact that what we're actually celebrating is the creation of the world in many ways on that day. Because according to Jewish tradition, Rosh Hashana, the New Year's Day, is actually the sixth day of the creation, the day in which God made Adam. So this is, fascinating. And I find myself, very often being fascinated or drawn to the idea to think of the connection between what Rosh Hashana represents in general, and the creation of Adam, as the major event that happened on that day. How all this is connected to the blowing of the shofar on that day. And whenever my mind takes me to think of those things and the connection to these three things, Rosh Hashana, Adam, and the shofar, I think not just of the sound of the shofar, but actually of the act itself, of exhaling with force, And I don't know, you tell me what you think. I mean, is this, in a way connected Kabbalistically or from whichever perspective to how Adam was created, like how God blew into his nostrils the breath of life? And like it says in the Zohar, he who exhaled from within him. Is this, all those things are connected? What do you think?
Of course. No, you bring up a few major points. I think that first and foremost, when a person goes to synagogue on Rosh Hashana, sometimes it could be an intimidating experience. You're walking there and there's so many people there, and please stand up, please sit down, go to page 580.
How much does a seat cost normally? It's an issue.
Yes, definitely. And that's what I'm saying, that a lot of times the details around the holiday take over the meaning of the holiday. So we gotta stay focused on course. And really the symbol that everybody thinks when they think about Rosh Hashana, it's what you said, it's a shofar. And it's not just a shofar, it's a human being blowing the shofar. And even though on one hand it sounds a very primitive act, a man, a human blows a horn, but that simple, basic act represents the deepest, most sublime ideas in Kabbalah.
Wow.
And the gist of it is that God has a relationship with us. And what we do on this earth, it makes a difference to Hashem, to God. It's not as sometimes we feel that God is some kind of a tyrant that, makes the calls without any regard to us. No, Rosh Hashanah, the day that Adam is created, is the day that Adam immediately, as you so beautifully mentioned, he takes breath and gives it back to God. There's a sound without any words. And that's the first communication of a human being to God. And it's a communication that goes beyond specific words.
I'm thinking, it reminds me, it says in the Torah, in Genesis, when we read about how God actually made Adam and what actually came to be here. If I remember properly, the translation into English of the verses should be something like, he blew into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul, nefesh chaya, as we call it. And I remember, the translation of Onkelos into Aramaic, where he says that man became like a talking spirit. You remember that translation? Talking, ruach memalela, So I think, what makes us as human beings so special compared to all, animals or to plants or to, the rest of the creation is our ability to communicate, through words, that mean something or reflecting on our intellect or intellectual faculties or emotions and so on. Yet, when we communicate with God, on Rosh Hashana, on such a special day, we do it with a horn. And it's like, where did this come from? Why not speaking to Him in the most? Why don't we write songs and poems for God with meaning and with, I don't know what, Kabbalistic, ideas and spiritual, lofty, ideas and so on. Blowing the horn, you don't have to listen to it, right?
Well, Kabbalah explains that just any phenomenon that we see in nature parallels a spiritual phenomenon. And we see in nature that if a human being takes a part of an animal, he takes a horn, which he has to work on a little bit and make it a real good horn, he can make a much louder sound than he can make on its own, on his own. Something happens when we use the animal, not just down to sounds, with anything, right? Today, the animal is technology, but really, when we use the word, we become more powerful. And this is one of the core teachings of Kabbalah, that we need to use the what we call the animal part of the human to bring a more positive experience in the world. So therefore, in the midst of all the words, Rosh Hashana is a holiday, you go to shul and everybody reads from the book, and they read, but the climax of it really is making a sound without any words, because that touches the core. Through our animal, we touch the core of Rosh Hashana.
This is a beautiful, beautiful idea, and I want to say it in a way. I think it's reflected in our logo here, KabbalahTour.com. We want to say that all these lofty ideas, they become much more meaningful, when you realize them, you expose them, you share them with the world, with all the different dimensions in the world. This is why the Malachim, or the Cheruvim, the ministering angels, they're like bringing the Sephirot down, to share the knowledge, to share the inspiration with the world. So,
absolutely. Yeah. That's what we're trying to do here. Yeah. Share a few quick ideas and inspire everybody to look more deeply into the ideas and concepts of Rosh Hashana, and of course, go to shul and hear the shofar.
That's the main thing.
That's it. If you only have a few minutes.
That's the thing to do in Rosh Hashana. Just make sure you hear the sound of the shofar. It's going to do.
Absolutely. And if we don't understand sometimes, that's also part of it.
We understand eventually. It will echo in our mind and soul and everywhere. And in the world. Toda Rabba, Shana Tova v'Metuka, and come visit us here in Tzfat. Thank you all, and happy sweet year.